here with the first team captain, Charlie Wilcox. We've just got him down today just to go through a few bits before the big cup final on Saturday. So we're just going to start off talking about that opening game, the first round, under the lights at Hartley Whitney playing their A team. The score was 4-0 that day. It was a tough game up to the 90th minute. Just talk us through that first game.
Yeah, no, it was a tough first draw. I think that was at the point of the season where we had a lot of people fit, so I think there was a bit of rotation done by the management team, but everyone came in and did their job. A really hard game. It was actually a really hard game, and then Waz got sent off, and it became a lot easier. So, geez, but no, we were obviously 1-0 up when Waz got sent off, and then we went to we sort of just hit him on the counter. Westall bagged a few, and yeah, it ended up being quite an easy result. But the scoreline didn't reflect that. It was a very hard game in the hard first round. So yeah, no, happy with that. Nice 4-0 win to start the journey to the final.
And at that point as well, obviously being the first round, were you thinking we're going to go this far?
No, to be honest with you, no. All the boys have got all the confidence in the world, but a county cup final is always hard to get to. So I don't think that was even in the thought process. I think it was just each game as it comes, and then when it started getting to the quarters and the semis, I think that's when it started getting battered around there. Well, lads, we could probably make this. So yeah, it's on.
Right, and then we had our first Isle of Wight trip, which was Sandown Lake. We had a short squad that day. Just talk us through that one.
Yeah, so it was in and around Christmas. I think it got postponed a couple of times. So we only had bare 11. I'll get a load of stick because I was at Secret Santa, so poor from me. But all the boys had a few plans, but we managed to get 11 together. I went over there, and there never really any doubts this season when boys have come in and done the job. That's how good our squad is this year. That we always rely on them and always have full confidence that 11 would have got the job done. Went over there, nice professional performance, 1-0, and then yeah, through to the next round. So yeah, it was a good win, and like sort of credit to all them boys that stepped up and helped us out that day.
Brilliant. And then we welcomed Loxheath in the fourth round here at Sean Devereux. It was a 5-0 win that day, and they were high flying at the time in their league, expecting a tougher game. Talk us through that and how it felt at the end, knowing you were going up against tough opposition and then getting a 5-0 win.
Yeah, I think on that day, I think there was a lot of speculation. I think people were talking about this striker that had come down, and these are the guys that are probably going to break your unbeaten run. And I think we was all just very much on the mindset that, lads, we've got nothing to fear. They've lost this year. We haven't. I believe in ourselves, and I think that sort of showed on that day. I think that was probably one of our most complete performances, or definitely in the first half. Everything sort of clicked, everything came together, and I think that could have been one of the moments when after the game we sort of thought we could go all the way here and we could put a nice little cut run together. So that was probably the performance that we one of the best performances definitely to get to the final.
Perfect. And then obviously, as you say there, after that 5-0 win, you're starting to think we could go all the way here, and then you get knocked with a second Isle of Wight trip.
Yeah,
have to travel down there again. Talk us through that day from start to finish.
Yeah, no Secret Santas that day, so we had a full squad. Went down. Yeah, nice early start. I think we was on the ferry for about 9 o'clock. Got there, and shout out to Gaffer because we got there and he forgot the kit, so that was nice. That was good. We was in black and yellow that day, but that didn't faze us. That was again another really tough game. They sort of hit us massively, sort of came flying out. I think we were still on the ferry for the first 10 minutes. 1-0 down, all woke up, and then yeah, gritty performance. Sort of had to sort of see it out a bit ugly, get a bit dirty, and yeah, that was a really good performance, and we showed that we had another side to us as well. So we could do it sort of ugly if we had to, and got the job done again, and yeah, back on the boat.
Right, and then we found out semi-final was coming up with Hartley Whitney under-23s, familiar opposition after we faced them in the ADFA Mark Coombs Cup final last year. We knew it would be a tough game, probably one of the toughest games so far of the season. Talk us through your thought process going into that game.
Yeah, definitely. We knew what we were facing. Like you said, we played them in the final year before in a very tough game, and they had a point to prove as well. There was a bit of bad blood in that final. Didn't go how they fancied it, so we knew that they'd be right up for it. We also had a few injuries and a few illnesses going into that game, so I think we only had 2 on the bench for that game. So again, it just shows how good our squad depth is. And we came through it. We all stuck together, and another gritty performance. They had more possession, but we knew if we could sort of overcome them, it just proved how good we were, and our unbeaten run carried on. So it was a very class performance, and yeah, the dream sort of started becoming real that we was in a county cup final for the first time.
And you yourself that day, I think you messaged me to let me know that you were ill after the game. What was the temperature you had?
Yeah, 39.5 temperature.
And played 90 minutes.
In the doctors the next day at 5. Yeah, I mean, hopefully made up for the Secret Santa. But yeah, this is the thing with this squad, and say it every single week. Gaffer says it every single week on our management team. The hardest game that we have every single week is on that Wednesday. So if you can get through that, you can get through any game on a Saturday, and the boys are just great. It's amazing to play with them, and the commitment has been second to none this year. And that's not just for me; that's for every single person. And all of the boys have played with illnesses, knocks, and they give everything for this club. So yeah, I'm proud of every single one of them.
And just lastly on that semi-final, just talk us through the moment. I think it was 87th minute. Reece goes and puts the ball in the back of the net to make it 2-1. Yeah. At that point, you surely know you've got 4 minutes to see the game out, and you're into the first County Cup final in the club's history. Yeah. What was the feeling then? Celebrations in the dressing room after?
Yeah, it was stay switched on, because they're a very, very good team. So I didn't think it was over the line. I thought it's going to be a long 4 minutes, and they bombarded us for them 4 minutes. But what a feeling! And we've had loads of late goals this year, where we've been sort of drawing, and then we've come up with a late goal. And I think this again, another great thing about this squad is we never ever give up. It could be that final second, and we'll be fighting to that right final second, and we'll be doing that in the final as well.
Right, and going into Saturday's cup final, we've noticed that you yourself, as club captain, you're on 99 appearances for the club. Yeah. Play Saturday takes you to 100. How does that feel to reach that number for the club? Yeah,
I mean, like I said, hopefully I do play Saturday, and it's amazing. Ever since I've joined this club, I've been at different local clubs, and nothing ever compares to this. The family feel and what every single person does behind the scenes. This means something. If we was at another final for another club, it'd be great, it'd be a day out, but this means something. This is personal. We're all family down here, right from the guys behind the scenes, the groundsmen. We're all one big family, and there's no sort of clickiness around this club. So to get 100 appearances for this club, it's a proud moment for myself. But what's more important is that we bring that trophy home where it belongs, right in this cabinet. So that's what matters.
Right, so we've gone through the cup run. Now onto the big one, the main one, cup final, Hampshire FA Trophy on Saturday. Versus Colden Common. They are top of the Hampshire Prem. We know it's going to be a tough game. I think they're the reigning champs of the Hampshire Prem as well. Obviously, it would be good entertaining game to see the Thames Valley champions versus the reigning Hampshire champions. How do you think this game's going to go, and what's your thoughts process going into Saturday?
Yeah, it's an absolutely massive game, hardest game of the season, no doubt. You don't become reigning champions of the County Cup and not be a very good outfit, and they're flying in their league and they're top. So yeah, it's going to be the hardest game. We're all very much aware of that, and we're very, very prepared for that as well. We're prepared to have a game of football. So what I mean by that is it's going to be a football off, or we're ready for a war. We're ready for all situations. We've been in all situations this season. We know it's going to be the hardest game of the season, and we know that it won't be like any other game of the season, because there's going to be a lot of pressure, big final. So yeah, we're prepared. And we'll fully respect our opponents, and like you said, they don't become County Cup champions with not being an amazing outfit. So we'll show a huge amount of respect to them, but also we fully believe that we can get the job done.
Right, lastly, we just want to wish you the best of luck for Saturday. We're hoping, obviously, you can bring it home. Like you said, Ed put it back in that cabinet. Just to touch on, obviously, where we're at as a club at the moment, we've got 11 finals coming up throughout the adult and the youth section. From yourself as the first team captain and a role model for a lot of these kids, what advice would you give to the kids into their cup finals?
Lads, you're at one of the best clubs locally, so stick with it, stay with us. We all look out for all your results, and we see that you will fly in this season. So well done on that, and you're doing the club proud. And if you've got any questions or anything, you want to come see the first team, we're always welcome. We're one big family down here. But yeah, all the first team are really proud of all you, and on behalf of the first team, we wish you the best of luck. Just enjoy the day, and hopefully go and win it, lads. So good luck.